This man is Wang Ling, a quiet, useless, and lazy high school student. But all of that is just an act, because in reality, he is gifted with unlimited powers. Among them are immortality, time control, space manipulation, and even the ability to steal women's hearts. Before we dive in, let's switch to a day that became a nightmare for everyone. Humanity was engulfed in fear as monsters appeared, destroying parts of the city and causing many casualties. Tianhe, the green frog monster, was a direct envoy of the Demon King. His power was so immense that even high-level sorcerers were powerless against him. While the sorcerers fought the monster, there was a little boy casually eating dry noodles. That boy was Wang Ling, the main character of this Chinese animation. Seeing him, a sorcerer named Zhou Yi quickly protected Wang Ling from the enemy's attack. With a cool pose, Zhou Yi told Wang Ling to run away while he would fight the monster. But things didn't go as planned, because Zhou Yi was not the main character. When Zhou Yi faced death, Wang Ling approached Tianhe and defeated him with just one kick. Though Wang Ling was the true victor, everyone saw Zhou Yi as the hero. A statue was made in his honor and placed in almost every school, including the Magic Academy where Wang Ling would attend in the future. On his first day, Wang Ling was treated badly just because his magic level was the lowest. Before Wang Ling could give his pocket money, a girl appeared and stopped them. Her name was Sun Rong, a student famous for her beauty and kindness. She descended from above, creating a breathtaking scene that mesmerized all the students, except Wang Ling.
不管发生什么事，都会好好保护你们的。
This was Sun Rong's first rejection, one she would remember for a long time. To enter this school, all students must take a test first. The test measures spiritual energy and determines their class placement. This time, they would fight Tianhe. Although sealed, many participants struggled and some were even thrown back. When it was Sun Rong's turn, she fought bravely and scored above average. She received praise and cheers for making it into the elite class. But all eyes then turned to Wang Ling. Because of his low spiritual level, everyone looked down on him, including Sun Rong, who expected him to fail. What they didn't know was that the man in front of them was the one who defeated Tianhe years ago. Wang Ling managed to achieve an unlimited score, silencing everyone who had belittled him.
但为什么这次没有？
The elite class consists of talented students who have passed the previous test. At that moment, they were required to summon the spirits of the mystical creatures around them. One by one, the students began chanting spells and successfully called forth various spirits. With the spiritual energy Sun Rong possessed, she summoned an animal spirit, unlike most students who ended up summoning weapons of mass destruction. Now it was Wang Ling's turn. Wanting to stay low-key, he decided to use only a small portion of his power. But what appeared was Tianhe, the very monster that should have been sealed beneath the school. In a panic, the teacher transformed Tianhe into a dog. Then a flashback showed Wang Ling as a child, a time when many unbelievable events happened in his life. He was born on Earth without any help and defeated the Demon King's envoy at the age of 6. However, because of this power, Wang Ling often unintentionally hurt those around him. To keep his power under control, his father created a seal designed to restrain it. From that moment, Wang Ling vowed to live a normal life, avoiding any trouble. Meanwhile, at school, the students were busy with the campaign for class president. Sun Rong was one of the candidates. Although she already had many fans ready to support her, she wasn't satisfied. She bought all the food in the cafeteria to distribute to everyone, asking for their votes in return. Chen Chao noticed Sun Rong's cheating and tried to warn the others not to fall into her trap, but his mood changed instantly when Sun Rong personally handed him a can of drink. To secure her victory, Sun Rong used a charm spell on those around her, a forbidden spell that could control the minds of its targets.
全部拿下！人呢？
With this, Sun Rong felt confident her win was assured. But what she didn't realize was that one student remained unaffected by the charm. Throughout the lesson, Sun Rong kept glancing at Wang Ling with curiosity. For the second time, Wang Ling taught Sun Rong a lesson after he accidentally cast a charm spell that affected her. From that moment, Sun Rong began to develop feelings for Wang Ling. Even at night, she couldn't sleep because Wang Ling kept appearing in her thoughts. Accompanied by music and dozens of bodyguards, the next morning Sun Rong greeted Wang Ling with hopeful eyes. The mark above her head showed she was still under the charm's effect. Not wanting to attract attention, Wang Ling immediately removed the spell, but instead, Sun Rong's interest in him grew stronger. She even invited Wang Ling on a date, stirring jealousy among their classmates. Meanwhile, in the distance, two masked figures had been stalking Sun Rong. Their motive was tied to her family, owners of a famous company, which was the main reason behind their actions. But their plan was foiled by Wang Ling, who could sense their presence from afar. Realizing this, the two decided to retreat and wait for another chance. Meanwhile, Sun Rong grew frustrated as Wang Ling kept ignoring her words. She invited him out on a date again, but Wang Ling just ran away. Refusing to accept rejection, Sun Rong followed him the entire day. Despite her efforts, the popular student Sun Rong was completely rejected by Wang Ling. The next morning, Wang Ling was shocked to find Sun Rong waiting in front of his house. She clearly hadn't given up on inviting him out. Rather than continue to suffer, Wang Ling had no choice but to go along with her wishes. Along the way, Sun Rong tried to catch his attention, but all she got was a blank expression. A while later, they arrived at Sun Rong's family amusement park, where they could have fun without interruptions. But behind them, the two masked figures from before had managed to sneak past the guards. This was the perfect moment for them to attack Sun Rong from behind. Realizing the danger, Wang Ling accepted the challenge and turned it back on the attackers. Because of this, Sun Rong misunderstood and thought Wang Ling's smile was meant for her. They tried everything. Planting bombs, close-range attacks, none succeeded. Instead, all of it only added a romantic atmosphere to the couple's outing.
Yay!
Afterward, they continued their date by riding the Ferris wheel. Wang Ling was happy to see the fireworks, while Sun Rong was delighted to see Wang Ling's face up close. The mood changed when the two masked men appeared again, pointing guns at them. Understanding their purpose, Sun Rong decided to surrender. She didn't want to involve Wang Ling in her personal problems. But Wang Ling couldn't let that happen. He fought back fiercely, sending the two attackers flying into the sky. Though Wang Ling could have erased Sun Rong's memory of the incident, he chose not to. Instead, he let her remember everything and promised to keep it a secret from everyone else. The fact that Sun Rong was still alive stirred the emotions of the Shadow Army's commander. Until now, no one had ever escaped their pursuit. Determined to eliminate Sun Rong, he dispatched the 3 strongest members of the Shadow Army to finish the job. After receiving a letter from the Shadow Army, Zhou Yi and the other wizards decided to offer their assistance. Security personnel were deployed across the school grounds, from the gates to the gardens. They were experienced in fighting monsters, so Sun Rong's safety was better ensured. As described in the letter, the Shadow Army struck at noon. A red-haired man used his skills to infiltrate and silently take out the guards in front of him, clearing the way for his comrades. Meanwhile, a man skilled in weapons and poisons broke through the defense line, heading towards Sun Rong's hiding place. But before he could reach her, he was confronted by the principal. Though his appearance was unimpressive, the principal had extensive combat experience. Using only his bare hands, he shattered the man's weapons. The attacker decided to flee and wait for reinforcements, but not before receiving a harsh lesson from the principal. On the other side, the red-haired man also faced difficulties. He came face to face with Tianhe, who was ready to end his life. Meanwhile, Wang Ling, who had just grabbed a packet of dried noodles, spotted a surviving assassin. The assassin prepared a vanishing spell, waiting for the right moment to strike Sun Rong. Wang Ling calmly sat beside him, eating his noodles. Feeling underestimated, the assassin gathered all his power into one attack aimed to finish Wang Ling. The resulting explosion was massive, visible even from the 7th sky. But it turned out to be an overkill because Wang Ling survived unharmed. The attack backfired and injured the attacker instead. Wang Ling, not wanting to draw attention, then brainwashed Zhou Yi, passing all responsibility onto him. He even pretended to be on the brink of death to deceive his friends. This, however, worried them and prompted them to check on him. At that moment, Sun Rong prepared a gift for Wang Ling's mother, luxurious cosmetics meant to win her favor. With this, Sun Rong's chances of being closer to Wang Ling would improve greatly. To help Wang Ling recover quickly, she also prepared a large injection. a shot capable of curing all illnesses, but at the cost of the user's life. Their visit wasn't just to check on Wang Ling, they also brought a spiritual energy measuring bracelet, used to register for the national sword contest. Chen Chao was the first to try it. He gathered energy into a yellow orb, scoring 400. Initially, Wang Ling intended to use only a small portion of his power, but because his energy was so immense, he had to send his orb into space. Wang Ling ranked first, surpassing all other students, and his score was undetectable by the current system. Even his teacher was shocked that the quiet Wang Ling was at the top. With this, their school would face Faction 59 in the upcoming sword contest. Unlike Wang Ling's faction, Faction 59 underwent intense training for an entire month, focusing on endurance, speed, and strength. One of their top students was Tang Jingze, who confidently claimed in an interview that Faction 59 would win easily. After all participants were gifted students, unlike Faction 60, Wang Ling's school. Despite this, Wang Ling remained indifferent, knowing he held the top rank. To fill the team's missing members, the school assigned Tianhe. Tianhe reluctantly agreed because if successful, the seal binding him would be lifted. In the contest, every participant is required to bring a weapon, and Wang Ling chooses a small wooden sword. Although his comrades initially doubted him, in Tianhe's eyes, that sword radiates a powerful spiritual energy, unlike the other swords. Upon arriving at the competition venue, a conflict erupts between the two factions. They belittle their opponents and exaggerate their own students' abilities, just to protect their reputations. The 59th faction even resorts to cheating by attacking Wang Ling, causing a crack in his seal that releases spiritual energy with effects felt tens of kilometers away. Though the crack is small, the impact is huge. Before the seal breaks, Wang Ling asks his father to bring a new one. Secretly, he tries to find a way out to meet his father. Meanwhile, during preparations, an enemy member named Bufeng suddenly rebels. He quickly moves behind Sun Rong to offer her flowers. If Sun Rong accepts, Bufeng would join her side against his own team members. However, Sun Rong refuses, confident they can still win without Bufeng's help. Furious, Bufeng attacks members of Faction 60, ruthlessly injuring Chen Chao and severing part of his hand with dark energy. Hearing the commotion, Wang Ling rushes to the scene. He heals Chen Chao's hand moments after catching him. Realizing the threat, Bufeng gets excited and attacks again. But Wang Ling ignores him and walks over to Sun Rong, handing her the flowers he stole from Bufeng. Outside, Bufeng encounters a lost girl. Seeing an opportunity, he offers her a bouquet just as he did with Sun Rong. Unbeknownst to him, the girl is Ying Liu, the leader of the Shadow Corps, whose mission is to kill Sun Rong. Although her disguise is uncovered, Ying Liu gains an advantage by capturing Wang Ling, Sun Rong's close friend. She orders her subordinates to guard Wang Ling while she disguises herself as Bufeng. There, Ying Liu reports Wang Ling's kidnapping with an innocent expression, surprisingly convincing everyone. Led by Sun Rong, her friends and guards rush to rescue Wang Ling. Some plan to infiltrate from behind, while others create a distraction up front. However, it's not as easy as they imagined because despite his age, the man is still a member of the Shadow Corps. He reveals his true strength by summoning the royal troops who emerge from a portal and unleash nightmares on everyone. Meanwhile, Sun Rong unleashes her signature technique, channeling spiritual energy into every sword she holds to control them mentally. For a moment, Sun Rong takes control of the battle, but the technique drains her energy heavily, putting her at a disadvantage again. Elsewhere, the man suddenly strikes Bufeng, knocking him down to the lowest floor. Instead of fear, Wang Ling smiles, as he has been waiting for this moment without anyone noticing his actions. In a flash, the man is defeated and hung on the school's rooftop. Wang Ling then passes all the problems to Zhao Yi and returns to live normally as he wishes. Meanwhile, Zhao Yi faces the media as he is hailed a hero. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you again next time, everyone. Bye!